And again, another thing is the average weight of your fishes. So from 5 to 6 months, you need to check the average weight of your fishes, and the average weight, at least for 6 months, the average weight of your fishes should be like 1.1 or to 1.2 to 1.5 in average weight. But if you can't get that, depending on how you are feeding them, yeah. But for me, for 6 months, you should be getting an average weight of 1.2 to 1.5. So that is what you need if you are feeding them well. So that is how you are need to calculate your profit. And the total weight sold, yeah, by the time you want to sell and you get 1.2 to 1.5, so that tells you you must be, and you have 850 pieces. That calculation is simple. So that means you must be having a total weight sold of like 1 ton to 1.2 tons. Yeah, 1 ton to one, that means 1,000 kilo to 1,200 or to 1,300 kilo, varies. So that is what you'll be having at that particular moment. And the market price, depending, market price for fishes now ranges from 3,000 to 35. Some sell for 35, but it's not common. So, but 2,800, 3,000, 3,200. So that is what you need to check around you. And the gross revenue, you need to calculate your gross revenue, and after calculating your revenue, you now have your net profit. So you have to remove your cost you sold to the cost you raise in raising the fish. This will now give you that profit. But I bet you, if you go through those steps I tell you, if you put check and you put your record in strict, I bet you will make a good profit uh, on this. And to maximize your profit on those analyses, make sure that you reduce your feed wastage with proper feeding practice. Those are the tips in for you to make huge profit on those analyses. And make sure that you ensure good water management for your fish health. Market directly to customers or restaurants for better pricing. Despite you are selling to mongers, make sure that you take your time, maybe half of it, market it directly and sell to restaurants, or maybe you can fillet or you can smoke them and sell it directly to your customers. Those will give you more better pricing. Consider value added like smoking, filleting, and stuff. So those areas are where you can have more profit on as a beginner. You don't need to be lazy. You need to think, use your IQ, and work properly for your survival. Take it as a surviving, that if you don't survive in this, you will never survive. And I bet you will definitely survive in it. We also have what we call the options for lower budget. If you think, if you want to run an option, maybe you don't want to let people do all this yourself. You want to cut corners in every areas of it. You want to be cutting some money, some money, some money. So this is what you can do too as well. The number one thing you do is that you can use a tarpaulin pond if you want to use a concrete pond, because one, tarpaulin pond is cheaper. Tarpaulin pond is cheaper and movable alternative to concrete pond. So from this, maybe you want to construct you are to construct a concrete pond of 1 million naira, and you know you can get a tarpaulin pond for 500,000. So I bet you, as a beginner, you go for the tarpaulin, and the advantage of tarpaulin that is movable. You can move it from one side to another. Another thing you can do in order to lower your budget is to start small. Maybe you intend to get 5,000. Please, I will advise you to just go for 1,000. I will advise you to go for 1,000. And again, you do it yourself pond setup. You can get a tarpaulin pond. Sometimes you don't even need to get a galvanized one, but if you want to get a galvanized one, you can go to building materials around you, get pipes, take it yourself to a welder, give him how to do it, go to where they are selling tarpaulins and mending tarpaulins, mend it yourself, take it up and put it inside. This will be extremely cheaper for you than even giving someone to do it for you, because maybe you want to set up a pavilion of 1 million naira and the person is collecting, let me say the person is collecting 1 million for you. By the time you do this system, or you use a wood, a plank and a wood, do it round and put the tarpaulin inside, nail it, just to start as a beginner. By the time you do this, you will know you are saving nothing less than half of that cost. So those are what I'm really talking about. And the last one you can use in order to lower your budget is make sure that you buy your feed in bulk. It's advisable for you to buy your feed in bulk. Number one, ask how much you are going to use in feeding 1,000. Maybe you are told that you will use 1 million naira to feed 1,000. My advice for you to reduce your cost is, you can, if you have that 1 million naira, just take that 1 million naira to a seller, to a feed producer, and you give him that 1 million naira, he will sell to you in bulk. So you will cut a lot of cost on this. So those are the areas that you can cost those costs. The next one I will be talking about is the payback period. A well-managed catfish farm, let me say 1,000 pieces of catch, can reach harvest in 5 to 6 months. You must understand, you can you can expect to break even and make a profit in your first cycle with group practice. So those are the practice I'm talking about. So let me just give you a advice. That means a final advice for today. This final advice I will give you is: number one, start small and learn. Begin with a manageable numbers of fishes and scale as you gain experience. The number two advice I will give you is that visit a local farm, observe their system and ask questions and learn best practice from them. The number three advice I will advise you is that choose a right breed. Go for fast growing breed like Claras Garipinos. Yeah, we have the pure Claras Garipinos that grows very, very well if you want to do. And for those of you that would like hybrid, that want to take it for a longer period, go for a very good hybrid from and get training. Even a 1 day workshop on catfish farming can save you from mistakes. So go for trainings. Well, if you can't go for training, make sure that you get a mentor. Keep record, track feeding, growth mortality, and expenses to optimize operation. So those are really what you need to survive in catfish farming. I will close up this video for today. Make sure that you follow us on all our social media. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much.